15 denim brands, from the ones that fall apart in a year to the ones people pass down to their kids, ranked on fabric weight, construction, mill sourcing, and 2 years of real wear. Not marketing, not price tags, just what the denim actually is. Number 15, fashion. Nova Men, fashion. Nova Men jeans retail between $25 and $50. The fabric is a 10 to 11 ounce cotton polyester elastane blend, typically 72% cotton, 25% polyester, and 3% elastane. Manufacturing runs through contracted facilities in China and Vietnam, with a landed cost per unit estimated between $4 and $8. The elastane content degrades with heat washing. After 30 wash cycles at normal temperatures, the spandex fiber loses measurable tension recovery. The fabric bags at the knees and seat and does not recover shape between wears. The polyester content adds pilling resistance in the short term, but accelerates surface degradation under friction over time. Single needle stitching on all primary seams separates under sustained stress within 12 to 18 months of regular wear. Consumer longevity reports average 14 to 18 months of functional wear before fit failure or seam separation. At $40 per pair, replaced every 16 months, the annual cost is $30 for a jean that fits worse every month. Number 14, Zara. Zara men's jeans retail between $50 and $90. Inditex runs a gross margin of 55 to 58% across the brand, maintained by compressing fabric weight to 10 to 12 ounces and construction to the minimum threshold for category presentation. The core men's fits run at a 10 to 10.5 inch rise, built for a lean, younger body profile. The limited production batches and fast sellout model create artificial urgency that lets the brand charge a premium for a product that does not support it. The cotton elastane blend used across the stretch denim line degrades at the same rate as Fashion Nova's construction for the same chemical reason. Consumer Reports documented average functional lifespan for Zara stretch denim at 1.6 to 1.8 years. Single needle seams on side and inseams separate under sustained stress within the same window. At $70 per pair lasting 18 months, the annual cost is $47 for a jean engineered to need replacing before you have finished paying your credit card bill. Number 13, True Religion. True Religion jeans retail between $80 and $160 in their current market position, down from $250 to $300 at peak. The brand filed for bankruptcy twice, in 2017 and 2020, and manufacturing shifted across contracted facilities in Mexico, Turkey, and Bangladesh following both restructurings. The production quality controls of the Los Angeles manufacturing years are no longer verifiable. The horseshoe logo stitching and the Super T stitching that define the brand's visual identity add $8 to $15 to the production cost and nothing to the structural integrity of the jean. The core fits are built on a low-rise, narrow thigh template with rises running 10 to 11 inches. Resale values confirm the market verdict. Jeans that retailed at $220 in 2012 now trade on secondary markets for $15 to $35, a value collapse of over 80%. At $120 for a jean with a declining quality standard and a fit architecture designed for a body profile most buyers do not have. True Religion sits near the bottom of this list on value grounds alone. Number 12, Diesel. Diesel jeans retail between $120 and $200. Manufacturing cost runs between $6 and $30. The bulk of production operates through contracted facilities in Tunisia and Turkey. The Italian heritage narrative in the marketing applies to a fraction of total output. OTB Group captures the premium by wrapping commodity denim in a story of Italian rebel culture and charging accordingly. The wash treatments across the Diesel line, mechanical distressing, chemical fading, sandblasting effects, reduce fabric thread count at treated areas by 15 to 25% according to textile testing documentation. The pre-weakened areas fail first under real body weight stress. Core fits run at 10 to 11 inch rises with thigh openings of 13 to 16.5 inches across the range from slim to relaxed. The gap between the brand story and the bill of materials is measurable, documented, and consistent across the entire product line. Number 11. G-Star Raw. G-Star Raw jeans retail between $100 and $180. The brand markets heavily on 3D construction and technical fit architecture. Following WHP Global's acquisition, consumer community reporting on production consistency has declined measurably, with fit variation between batches increasing and quality control documentation becoming less transparent. The arc fits, dropped crotch, and curved inseam are designed for a lean, younger body with specific proportions. On bodies outside that profile, the curved inseam creates seam torque during wear, and the drop crotch produces excess fabric bunching in the crotch and inner thigh. The fabric weight runs 11 to 12.5 ounces, adequate but not exceptional for the price. At $130 for a jean built on a fit template serving a narrow demographic and produced to a declining quality standard, G-Star Raw fails on fit, construction consistency, and value relative to what the price implies. Number 10. Levi's. Levi's occupies the entry point of the credible denim tier. The 501 uses a 12.5-ounce 100% cotton denim, a fabric weight that genuinely outperforms everything ranked below it. The rise on the 501 runs 11.5 to 12 inches with a thigh opening of 17 to 18 inches, a fit geometry that works for a broader range of body profiles than the slim-focused brands below it on this list. Levi's production runs through facilities in Bangladesh, Egypt, and Pakistan. Consumer Reports rates the 501 above the budget denim category average for seam integrity after 75 wash cycles. Double needle inseam and outseam stitching holds without measurable separation across the full Consumer Reports test sequence. Solid copper rivets at pocket stress points prevent the rivet failure seen in cheaper budget denim. The brand's quality varies across its product tiers. The 511 Slim and the 510 Skinny use lighter fabric weights and more elastane content, pulling them closer to the brands ranked below. The 501, 505, and 559 in pure cotton at 12.5 ounces represent the brand at its most honest. At $59 to $79 with a documented average lifespan of 3.5 to 4 years, the annual cost sits at $15 to $20. Credible value at the entry level of serious denim. Number 9. Wrangler 13 MWZ. The Wrangler 13 MWZ, the original cowboy cut developed for rodeo riders in 1947, uses a 13-ounce 100% cotton denim that has not changed in specification since the product's introduction. The fabric is woven on shuttle looms, producing a selvage edge visible at the outseam, a construction detail absent from every brand ranked below it on this list at any price. The rise runs 11.5 to 12 inches. The thigh opening sits at 17 to 18 inches with a straight leg from thigh to hem. Double needle stitching on primary seams with bar tack stress points. The 13 MWZ retails between $35 and $50. The selvage construction at this price point is the most significant value anomaly on this entire list. Brands charging $200 to $300 for selvage denim are selling the same weave structure available in the 13 MWZ for $40. The difference is the marketing infrastructure built around the more expensive version. Consumer Longevity reports average 4 to 5 years of functional wear for the 13 MWZ, producing an annual cost of $8 to $12. Number 8. Carhartt. Relaxed fit, Carhartt's Relaxed Fit. 5-pocket jean retails between $45 and $65 and uses a 14-ounce 100% ring-spun cotton denim. Ring-spun processing removes short fibers from the yarn before weaving, producing a denser, smoother fabric with better surface durability and pilling resistance than standard carded cotton at the same weight. Triple needle stitching is standard across all primary seams. Bar tacks cover every identified stress point. Consumer Reports durability testing rated the Carhartt Relaxed Fit above the budget denim category average for seam integrity after 100 wash cycles, the highest wash cycle rating in the budget category across Consumer Reports' last 2 years of assessment. consumer longevity surveys show an average reported functional lifespan of 5.8 years, the highest figure of any budget John in the Consumer Reports database. At $55 across 5.8 years, the annual cost is $9.48. The 14-ounce ring-spun construction at this price represents the highest fabric weight per dollar of any jean on this list. Number 7. Naked and Famous. Naked and Famous jeans retail between $100 and $250. The denim comes almost entirely from Okayama and Kojima, Japan's two most documented denim-producing regions. The selvage fabric is woven on vintage shuttle looms, producing a denser, more tightly interlocked weave than modern projectile looms. That density directly affects how the fabric wears over time, how fades develop, and how long structural integrity holds before the weave begins to open. The standard Weird Guy, fit in a 12.5-ounce raw selvage, sits around $110 to $130. Every product page lists the fabric weight, mill origin, and construction details without lifestyle language. Fabric weights across the range run from 12.5 to 21 ounces, depending on the campaign. The pre-order campaign model for heavier fabrics means production quantities are limited to funded demand, reducing the inventory overhead that inflates prices at larger brands. At $120 for documented Japanese selvage denim from Okayama Mills, Naked and Famous delivers a product that brands charging twice as much put their name on and little else. Number 6. Tellason. Tellason jeans retail between $215 and $245. Every pair is made in San Francisco, not in a contracted California facility. In Tellason's own production space, using Cone Mill's white oak selvage denim from North Carolina, one of the last American selvage operations before the mill's closure in 2017. White oak selvage has a distinctive character compared to Japanese mills. The weave is slightly more irregular, the texture rougher out of the box, and the fades it develops over time have a contrast and depth documented extensively across decades of wear records in the raw denim community. Chain-stitched outseams allow the fabric to naturally rope and twist during fading rather than lying flat, producing the characteristic roping pattern that raw denim enthusiasts specifically seek. At $230 for American-made selvage from one of the most documented domestic denim sources in history, Tellason's markup reflects actual production cost rather than brand overhead. Number 5. Samurai Jeans. Samurai Jeans was founded in Osaka in 1998. Every pair uses Japanese selvage denim from Okayama Prefecture mills at fabric weights running 17 to 21 ounces, placing the brand firmly in the heavyweight tier. Every pair is constructed in Japan with Japanese thread on machines Samurai maintains and calibrates in-house. The copper rivets are solid, not hollow. The bar tacks reinforcing stress points are placed with precision verifiable against most competitors. The fabric selvage ID is visible at the outseam and coin pocket, confirming loom origin to anyone who inspects the finished garment. Prices run between $250 and $350. The documented lifespan across the global raw denim community runs 5, 10, and in documented cases, 15 or more years of regular wear before any structural failure. At $300 spread across 10 years, the annual cost is $30. The fabric weight of 17 to 21 ounces produces high contrast fades at stress points that lighter denim cannot match because it does not carry enough indigo density to sustain that contrast across years of wear. Number 4. Oni Denim. Oni Denim occupies a specific and largely uncontested position in the Japanese denim world. The brand developed a double-faced denim in partnership with a single Japanese mill, soft enough on the inside to wear without underlayers while maintaining the structured, fadeable surface of traditional raw denim on the outside. The fabric achieves its inside softness through a specific yarn structure using a finer, softer fiber on the inner face of the weave while maintaining a standard indigo-dyed warp on the outer surface. The result is a raw denim jean that does not require the rigid break-in period associated with heavyweight traditional denim. You get the fading behavior and structural longevity of genuine Japanese selvage construction with a wearing comfort that makes the jeans viable for daily use from the first wear. No other brand has successfully replicated this fabric at equivalent quality. Prices run between $250 and $350. The entire production chain is Japanese, from the mill that developed the proprietary fabric to the Osaka construction facility. Number 3, Fullcount. Fullcount was founded in Osaka in 1992 by Mikiharu Tsujita, who spent years reverse engineering the precise fabric weight, construction method, and hardware specification of American jeans from the 1940s and 1950s. Not approximating them, reverse engineering them to the exact yarn structure and weight that produced the fading behavior he documented in original vintage pairs. The denim is woven at 13.7 ounces, a figure Tsujita arrived at through extensive research into mid-century American workwear specifications. The cotton is a blend of Zimbabwe cotton and domestic Japanese cotton. Zimbabwe cotton is a long staple variety with fiber length comparable to Pima, producing a smoother, more consistent yarn that holds dye more evenly. Consistent dye uptake produces clean, bright fades with strong contrast. Uneven dye uptake in lower quality cotton produces muddy, flat fades. Every pair is constructed with Union Special chain stitch machines and hardware replicating original American specifications. Prices run between $280 and $380. 3 decades of consistent production to the same specification is the track record that puts Fullcount in the top 3. Number 2, Ironheart. Ironheart standard selvage denim runs at 21 ounces. The heavier lines reach 25 ounces. Standard Levi's mainline jeans are approximately 11 to 12 ounces. Ironheart fabric is more than double the weight of what most men consider a sturdy pair of jeans, achieved through a double-twisted weft yarn construction where 2 threads are twisted together before being used as the weft, producing a fabric with tensile strength and abrasion resistance that independent 4-year field tests confirm outperforms conventional 12-ounce denim across every measured failure point. The break-in period runs 3 to 6 months of consistent daily wear. The fades that emerge are among the most dramatic in the denim world because the fabric carries enough indigo density to produce extreme contrast between worn and unworn areas. The creases go bright white. The unworn areas stay deep indigo. No lighter weight fabric replicates this regardless of wear duration because it simply does not carry enough dye to sustain the contrast. Prices run between $350 and $500. The entire production chain is Japanese, constructed in the brand's own Osaka facility. The brand operates its own retail stores in Japan, the United Kingdom, and the United States with direct repair and alteration services. At $400 spread across a documented 10-year lifespan, the annual cost is $40. Independent reviewers estimate Ironheart jeans outlast conventional 12-ounce denim by 5 to 10 times on a cost-per-wear basis. Number 1, Resolute. Resolute is run by Yoshiharu Tanaka, who has been making jeans in Japan since 1970. Not since 1970 as a brand. Since 1970 as a working denim maker with over 50 years of uninterrupted hands-on construction experience before the brand as it currently exists had a name consumers could search. Resolute makes 4 fits: the 710, 711, 712, and 713. Those 4 fits have existed largely unchanged because Tanaka's position is that a jean is a solved problem when approached honestly. No seasonal collections, no collaborations, no limited drops engineered to manufacture demand. The fabric weight is 13.75 ounces, sourced from Japanese mills and woven on vintage shuttle looms to a specification Tanaka refined through 5 decades of wear testing on his own body and direct observation of how fabric behaves under real conditions over real time. Chain-stitched outseams are standard. Hardware is Japanese-made copper. The Selvage ID is visible at the outseam on every pair. Prices run between $280 and $350. The difference between Resolute and every brand on this list is not fabric weight or hardware specification, though both are excellent. It is 50 years of accumulated decision-making by someone who has watched enough pairs age to understand how denim behaves at every stage of a decade of wear, and use that understanding to eliminate every construction decision that does not serve the finished product. The fades on Resolute jeans are exceptionally even because the fabric was chosen and the fit was patterned by someone who has personally observed more denim aging than almost any other living maker. The result is a jean that improves continuously from the day you buy it. No brand on this list can make that claim from the same foundation of verified, uninterrupted 50-year experience. Here is the number that reframes the entire list. A man who buys Fashion Nova jeans at $40 and replaces them every 14 months spends $343 over 10 years on jeans. A man who buys Ironheart at $400 once and wears them for 10 years spends $400. The most expensive option on this list costs $57 more over a decade than the cheapest one and delivers a fundamentally different product every day of those 10 years.